Hey Star Warriors, StarGeek here. I haven't done much content on the gaming aspect of the Star Wars community, but something's recently caught my attention. When EA DICE released their first Star Wars Battlefront Redux in November of 2015, hardcore fans of the original game seemed to be pretty disappointed. I personally never even touched a controller to play this game, so I don't really have any grounds to comment about it. But having watched a few others enjoy it and having played the original games when I was younger, I've got to say that I was extremely impressed. The graphics were the most spectacular thing for me, as I've never seen a playable version of the Star Wars universe in such a cinematic and realistic setting. And along with all of the incredible sound design, it's truly jaw-dropping. It immerses you in the world in an unparalleled way. But to most fans, good graphics weren't enough to make this new Battlefront stand out. Repetition, bland gameplay, horrible spawn locations, missing space battles, and no single-player campaign were just a few of the issues. A lack of variety in locations and a poor representation of the entire film series as a whole was one of the major complaints, with the entire prequel trilogy missing from the game. Well, it certainly seems as though DICE has listened to your complaints. They've hit us with everything that's been asked for. Immersive space battles, all-era gameplay, an in-depth single-player story mode, class-based infantry, a wide variety of hero characters from all of the films, split-screen co-op gaming, and much more. If you ask me, it seems like they really listened to the input they received from fans and used that constructive criticism to make a better game. Of course, it's far too early on to fully judge the game as a whole quite yet, but when I saw the most recent trailer they released for Battlefront 2, I got goosebumps. Seeing the clone troopers pushing through Theed and fighting off the separatist forces of battle droids reminded me so much of when I used to play the original Battlefront with my cousin when I was younger. It was a full-on hit of nostalgia for the times when I would always try to get on the side of the droids, or I'd struggle to control the vehicles. But now with graphics that are practically photorealistic. It looks as if it comes straight out of the movies. I mean, just look at Naboo, it's absolutely gorgeous. And keeping with the Star Wars canon, the Clone Wars voice actors came back to provide the voices for the characters. Which brings me to the heroes. Darth Maul, Boba Fett, Rey, Han Solo, Kylo Ren, Yoda, and more to come. Looking past the very uncomfortable cross-era character interaction, where we see Rey, Han, and Boba Fett fighting in the Clone Wars, and weaponry from different time periods being used, the heroes look incredibly fun to play as and fight against, as they level up their abilities. Apart from a few more locations being shown off, such as Kashyyyk, Starkiller Base, and Yavin, that's about all that the trailer gives us in the multiplayer aspect. But I haven't really discussed the new single-player story mode that Battlefront 2 is offering. A few months ago, the first teaser for this game was released, which mainly focused on Iden Versio, commander of the Imperial Special Ops Force, the Inferno Squad. As she witnesses the Death Star go up in a ball of flame along with her Emperor, her new objective is set on vengeance. This story is supposed to take place over the span of 30 years, with our villainous protagonist running into iconic Star Wars characters throughout her quest. There's no telling exactly what path the story will take, but I personally think it's looking to be a really unique experience, especially after seeing previously established concepts such as the Emperor's Sentinel droids appearing in the trailers. These are the droids that Palpatine sent out after his death to give some post-mortem orders. It's nice to see more and more of the lesser-known established universe getting implemented into more mainstream outlets. So what are my overall thoughts? I'm really excited to see how this game looks when it's finished. I love the locations, characters, and vehicles that were shown in this most recent multiplayer trailer. And I think that DICE has truly taken fan input and done their best to make a game that everyone can enjoy. And on top of that, they're going to be making a more inclusive experience for players by making all of the game's DLC completely free. This new game is very exciting for me, not necessarily as a diehard gamer, but as a Star Wars fan.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear!
Subscribe to StarGeek for weekly Star Wars content. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by clicking on the links in the description. And you can check out my last video, 5 Fun Facts on K2SO, if you just click on the thumbnail. You can also watch my experience at Star Wars Celebration Orlando 2017. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been StarGeek. asked this a long time ago, so I figured I'd ask again. Would any of you be interested in seeing me play through any type of Star Wars game? My roots used to be in a very old gaming channel, and I haven't touched back on that aspect of video making for several years, but I think it might be fun to take a look at some old Star Wars games and give some of them a go. I'm really up for anything. Something as simple as LEGO Star Wars, as classic as Shadows of the Empire, as vintage as Super Star Wars SNES, or as diverse as Star Wars Galaxies. Or, of course, nothing at all. Just wondering what you guys think of this and of Battlefront 2. Let me know in the comments, and may the Force be with you.